Om Shanti, everyone. Welcome to the next normal. I'm your host, Sister Jenna, and we're broadcasting from the beautiful Brahma Kumaris Meditation Museum, located in Silver Spring, Maryland. There's not a single person that I have not met who haven't felt that they've been defamed. I mean, what is happening in our world today? I mean, just put down, spoken of unkindly, misunderstood. I've definitely been on the other side. And for the majority of individuals who might be on the front line, they get a lot from people. A lot of criticism, complaints, judgments, even though the people don't know them. They don't live with them, they have never worked with them. Take into consideration even presidential candidates, presidents, CEOs, managers, whatever it might be. We hold particular opinions in our mindset about people, and we feed them in such a way that we believe them. Right now in the United States of America, there is so much drama going on. The defamation, the false stories, the fake news, if you are not honest with yourself, you can get trapped in all the defamation that is spewing out there about the candidates, about people. And that's what makes it quite challenging, because majority of us don't practice self-honesty to develop the power of discernment. I was speaking to someone yesterday, and they were mentioning to me the age of particular leaders. And as I listened to the person speaking about the age of a particular leader, I said, but with age comes a great deal of wisdom too, isn't it? Things that younger folks just don't have. Young folks don't think about sustenance. They think about achieving a particular goal and aim, and then moving on to another, and moving on to another, and moving on to another. I mean, is there a way that the younger generation and the older generations can work together for a better world? In the United States, there's a leader that has really taken hits left, right, and center. And this is not a promotion or a support for any political party. I'm neutral. But when I observe and I look at the person, and I can make whatever assessments, in our Brahma Kumaris tradition, all the leaders are 90 years old. We lost one 2 years ago, at 103, 99, 97. We still have a rocking one at 100, and they are in charge of the Brahma Kumaris, and the Brahma Kumaris is running flawlessly. And they're old. And because of their age and their wisdom, they're able to sustain the things that our younger generation have no idea how to manage it, how to do it. So sometimes in leadership positions, or even if you're not in leadership positions, you get it. People throw stones at you, they throw tomatoes at you, they throw their waste and negative thoughts at you, they call you all sorts of names, they defame you, they knock you down. Why? What's the purpose of it? I'm remembering a case for our center many years ago. It's just a person who wanted definitely some position of rulership and recognition, and that was okay. All of us in the team had acknowledged that from the beginning. But I was still able to acknowledge the goodness of the person, what things they were good at, and I kept the person close. In even doing that, she would still go to the students, speak bad things about me to the students. I've had so many students come back to me and said they were devastated by that, because that's not what we teach in the Brahma Kumaris. And I says, I know, it's okay, it's okay. I never said anything wrong about the person. And it was interesting to observe how the person went to defame my name to certain authorities, and authorities believed it. Now, this was a person that came to the center maybe 2, 3, 4 hours maximum per week, and ended up going to the CEO and finding some way to get in, and maybe spoke in a way that would touch the person. She actually went to defame my name by saying, I don't want the language of Hindi spoken in my center. And she meant it, and she said it. I don't know what other stuff she told. Whatever I was, this, that, and I can tell you on my Sister Gita's soul journey, I was all lies. It couldn't have been further from the truth. And what the issue was for me was she was dividing our beautiful unit of friends. She would condition the minds of some of the students that were young or who wanted or who she knew she could win over because I didn't speak fluent Hindi. She did, but not me. And even as much as I tried to keep growing everyone, I would actually offer other students and future teachers the opportunity to learn how to teach, how to conduct the classes. Would you believe in the same session of the morning class, she would create an uprising and the students would come and tell me, please, could you put her there for the class? And I was like, what is going on here? What is happening? And she just went on, trying to pull people from the main unit. Come, my language is deeper. Come. She can't teach you as deeply as I can teach you. These were the things that came back to me. And never once said anything bad about her. I just said she wants a position. She wants recognition. And years would pass. The pandemic came. She was able to break away. She told the heads that I'm not welcoming, I've pushed her aside. It couldn't be further from the truth. What she should have told the head was, I finally got my chance. I can do my own thing and run my own show. And now she has a place that's opened up 15 minutes from her meditation museum. I can't tell you how that disturbed my spirit. Because if somebody goes to that branch, and they don't know anything about what's happening with the main branch and the leadership of this area, it doesn't even look good. And what did I do? I had to look for a way. How do I surrender to this scene? How do I break through? We held a meeting and Santosh was with me. And I just had to say, what can I do? What do you want? I gave in, I surrendered. Because for me, unity and cooperation and love and the reputation of our community was more important than my ego or her desire. And even though there are things that are happening that I'm not very pleased with, I have never said anything naughty or bad or defamatory. I've only spoken the truth. Now, there's a difference between defaming somebody and speaking what is true. A defamation is when what you speak of somebody really isn't the truth, but you want people around you to look at that person in a negative way and for you to pull their attention towards you because you're feeling left out. You feel like they're a threat to your acknowledgement or your presence. The defamation is to attack their character, to speak ill about their character. I spoke to somebody again yesterday and they said somebody made some assessment to her husband in the car about somebody, and this person doesn't even come to the center. They had no authority to speak anything about anyone at the center, but they said it anyway. It is human nature. So how do you uplift the people who are consistently trying to dirty your character in front of the world or behind your back? It happened to Jesus. Jesus had 12 disciples. He knew there was one in that group who was going to turn against him. He still kept him close. There's nothing he could do. Sometimes some of us would say, he should have just kicked that person out. Jesus didn't. That same one went against him, and that's the reason why he even got crucified, because of that person. But Jesus' conscience was clean. As for the one that defamed Jesus, that called out Jesus, that got Jesus accosted by the people, now when he leaves the body and he dies, his conscience will be clean. He knew what he did to a good person. He knew the difficulties that he offered that good person. And when he dies, his conscience will attack him. In the same way, I feel that even though I did the best that I could with that person, I would invite them to spend the weekend, I would invite them to come closer, to spend more time in the unit, because I knew where they were up here, what their motives were, their agenda. I just thought to myself, that's just their own personal weakness, but that's not who they really are. So how do you uplift the people who are defaming you over and over again and seem to be getting the fruit and the benefit of their defamation? Look at political parties. They defame each other all the time. And then somebody ends up to be the president of the United States or of a country. You have to think about your conscience. You have to go in and think about your conscience in your final moments. Will I be at peace if I say what I'm going to say about this person? What is the reason behind me trying to put and catch what that person is doing to me and react in the way that their pollution is eating them up? Do I really want to take that person's negativity in me? The ego is always watching you. That ego, while that person has defamed you, your ego can simultaneously begin to defame or criticize the person quietly and pull in that person's negativity into you, making it your own without you knowing. So it is essential that you uplift the people who are trying to defame you, or else you're going to become like them. I speak this to you from my own personal experience. Humble yourself or take their pollution in you. What would you prefer? Taking in the pollution that you don't like that is being done against you, or to use God's power and humble yourself? Understand what's going on here, what the person needs. I specifically remembered, I knew where that person was. My whole team and crew knew too. We kept it at a distance. We supported. We gave what was needed. And still, we were the ones that were given the sort of a slap on the wrist. And we still continued. Om Shanti. I have to die and leave this body with my conscience clean. And I will not, because of the ego or attachment or insecurity, try to hold anyone back from their preordained destiny. It's not my role. If I hold anyone back, I'm holding myself back. That's not me. And so as the years have passed by, I've just continued to be so free in my conscience about the choices that I've made. Just now, before coming on air, I had spoken to somebody about helping them for a particular little physical discomfort. And I did it for my best of intention, but then after I did it, I said, maybe I should have checked in with the person first. I'm so sorry. You check yourself along the way, and sometimes we make blunders, but it was not with intention. There are people who are defaming us with the intention to try to destroy you. Uplift them anyway. There are people who say things out of air and it hurts you. Uplift them anyway. At the end of the day, it's not about the other people. It's about you protecting the fortress of your world so that nothing dirty, dark, negative, against your divinity and God can destroy you or put you down. You take the high road. They do that in publicity. No matter how much a celebrity or a politician might do something against their principles or ethics, the publicist keeps taking them to the high road. Well, let me tell you how much they've done. Oh, and they've done this, and you know they are doing this. Oh, and now they're going to feed the homeless. And before you know it, you've forgotten their iniquities. You have to do the same for yourself. Just don't speak ill of a person with the intention to destroy them, or get back at them, or hurt them. And even if you do slip, forgive yourself. Take some time. Ask for forgiveness from the other person, and then move on. Don't stay stuck. Keep moving. Have to keep moving. Uplifting people who have defamed you is your protection. Uplifting people who have an agenda to destroy you is your protection. Don't think of them in a wasteful way. Don't speak about them in a wasteful way unless there are facts. For example, I have facts about this person's behavior. I've got proof. I'm not making it up here. I've got proof. I've got witnesses. I've got voices that will speak on my behalf. And at the end of the day, what does it matter? My heart must be clean. My spirit has got to be free. And the ego has this bad tendency to try to invest your thought vibrations into the people who have a bad agenda for you. But if you turn your ego upside down, or right side up rather, and transform your ego into self-respect and self-worth, those people mean nothing to you at that level. The most important person is you, to protect your heart, your mind, your principles, your values, your virtues, your destiny, your life. So I know it sometimes feels like a hard thing to do. Sometimes you will go into waves. You'll be like, this person, it hurts me. I don't like this person. Yes, it's true. But don't stay there. Uplift yourself. Because in thinking about what they've done to you or said about you is also you defaming yourself. So if you don't uplift yourself, you'll be in trouble. You'll get their poison. No. Did I speak to anyone today? Did anyone hear me today? Find your courage within. Take the high road. Let's have a little meditation. Take a deep breath and find the remedy within the soul today. Om Shanti is the language of the soul. In the world as it is today, there's a need for a cure, and the spiritual remedy for this is
the vision of brotherhood. When I carry the vision of brotherhood, I'm soul conscious. And as a soul, I'm a child of the Supreme Father, the Supreme Being, the highest on high, the Divine. This spiritual remedy brings me back to an experience of unity. When I hold a vision of myself cured, healed, I bring a vision of brotherhood to all. In this meditation, I feel and I think of myself as truly the living being, the soul, the radiant, star-like, living life force of an energy sparkling behind these two eyes, and I, the soul, am the master. And each time I see through these two eyes, I see the other as my brother, soul. In this feeling of brotherhood, I have the power to accept everyone and their spiritual love for everyone. I feel like I come from my original place of purity and innocence. I, the soul, am a brother to all souls, and I share virtues, peace, love, and purity in this awareness. I'm a brother to all souls, and this vision of brotherhood makes me cheerful and included. I'm lighter inside. I belong to everyone, and everyone belongs to me in this vision of brotherhood. Om Shanti.
Lovely. I loved making that album, I have to tell you. So, wow, what is Awakened Intelligence saying about this? They should be experts in this area. How to uplift those who defame us. Dealing with defamation can be challenging, but uplifting those who defame us requires a blend of strength, compassion, even strategic thinking, but maintain your inner peace. Number 2, understand the source. Empathy, perspective plays a big difference. Respond always to them with kindness. Stay positive. Forgiveness is really your own forgiveness within yourself. But constructive communication, open dialogue, if possible, have a calm and constructive conversation with the person. I remember I tried that. It was fruitless. Boundaries. It just did not work. Set clear boundaries. Protect yourself from further harm. I think what I did is I just let it go. Seek support, community, surround yourself with supportive friends that I have. Professional help, consider counseling or therapy. You only need that if you let their defamation go in your heart, you talk about it, you try to get back at them, you seek revenge, all of that, then you're going to need it, because now it starts to eat you up. Don't do that. Don't do it. Let them go. Remember, your conscience should be free when you go up to God, when you go up to Baba. Focus on your growth, personal development. Use that time instead of thinking about them for your development. Keep performing positive actions. Take the high road. And if their defamation is really defaming your character, which is really interfering with your livelihood and your work and ethics, then you've got to get legal help. We've had that. We've had people that have done that for the organization, and we've just left them alone. Now, one of my favorite quotes by Martin Luther King: darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. What Michelle Obama says, when they go low, we go high. All right, let's go to my beautiful Sister Gita effect. As you know, Sister Gita's wisdom definitely touches our heart. And so let's hear what our beautiful sister has to share with us today.
The method to benefit everyone is good wishes. If, as an embodiment of power and a being who is a companion of the Almighty Authority, you want everyone to benefit, you yourself must become an embodiment of power and a companion of the Almighty Authority, and continue to serve along in giving good wishes and pure feelings. Don't think too much or worry about anything. Don't become trapped in any bondage, please. If there are bondages, the way to cut them is through loveful remembrance of the Supreme Soul, your senior parents. You will not become free from them just by speaking about them. You yourself must let go, and you will become free. Good wishes and pure feelings to the self, the elements, and the ones that oppose you, defame you, gossip about you, tell lies on you. Good wishes is the method to keep your mind stable and loveful. Om Shanti. Have a day full of good wishes and pure feelings.
That was perfect. How timely is her wisdom. Today's Avyak signal from above, and it connects to our month of uplifting people who defame you. No matter what type of souls come into contact with you, whether they're pure or impure in their motives, always you maintain your pure thoughts for everyone. Keep uplifting even the ones who defame you. Don't have a vision of dislike for any human being, because you know that that soul is under the influence of a vice. They don't have knowledge of who they really are. You know that the soul doesn't have understanding. One would never dislike a child who acts without understanding. Instead, there would be the feelings of mercy and love for that child. So again, this is the teachings of Raj Yoga meditation. And when you follow it truthfully, you do become the beneficiary of all the good that it actually offers us. And I'll tell you this, it is powerful. Kambili, Gigi, Barbara, Joanne, Tokyo Blue, Tara, Om Shanti, Divya Baba, Lilowati, Om Shanti, and Nasira, good morning. Sentil Bhai, welcome, and Lolita, Madhavi, Nasir, I've already said. Hi, Jen, Jasveen, Sue, Dinesh Bhai, how are you? Rashmi Ben, Yukti, Faith, Jagruti, welcome, haven't seen you on. First time listening, welcome to the community. Glad that you could make it. So thanks for everyone's good wishes. And Gigi, it is sad to experience management being the most dishonest and becomes more hateful when I refuse to support the lies. It is shocking to witness adults being full of lies and hate. Gigi, let them go. Let them go. Everyone has their agenda and everyone has their reason for doing what they're doing. So just don't you lose your peace, I tell you. From my own experience, don't. So, Barbara, thank you. Lovely meditation. Dada, I love your honesty, sincerity, and being the bravest around the wolves. Yeah, don't you know it, girl? It's all a journey, I tell you. Everybody, hang tight. Hang tight. Fight through your illusions. Always make sure you're in charge of the way you want to feel. So remember, if you want to increase your love and break those attachments, keep practicing. Love everyone the same, especially the ones who are defaming you. Have a fantastic day. Take care. Lots and lots of love.
Have you been feeling overwhelmed, stressed, out of balance lately? Do you crave for a pocket of peace and tranquility in your busy life, but you struggle to find the time or space? Then we have the perfect solution for you, Meditation on Wheels. It's an RV sanctuary traveling in the metropolitan Washington D.C. area, offering transformative meditation experiences. It's a movable oasis of calm at your doorstep. Book us today to come to your business, school, government space, or event. Why? We bring the calm to you. meditationonwheels.com